What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day today. As you know, in last week's video, we had a big transformation on the Dart. New wheels and everything. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to get those to fit. I've been kind of working on the Dart here and there. Got all new wheel studs in the rear. We have everything set in the interior right now for our new floor pan to go in. We've been mocking up all the things we need for the new seat brackets. As you saw in last week's video, we have the seats to go in this thing. We just have to mock them up and how they're going to fit in here. Dart is coming along. Got some stuff we have to wait for come in. We also got to figure out what we're going to do to get those rear wheels to fit. If you don't know what happened, go check in the last week's video where we did an all big conversion on this thing, big brake kit conversion on the front with all discs. Rear, we're keeping drums, and then we have all new wheels and tires for this thing. We have a transmission cooler we need to put in. I figured out that's why the transmission's leaking in this thing, so we will get into that. But this week, I want to do something a little bit different, all right? As you guys know, or if you don't know, I have a 2009 BMW 335i. As you can see behind me, I actually have a whole new red interior to go in that thing. So if you are here because of that car, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button down below. Stay tuned for what we got, because I want to do this review before we do our big project on this car, which is coming up very, very soon. All right, guys, so if you're new here, here it is, my 2009 BMW 335. All right, so this is my, like I said, my 2009 BMW 335. This is actually the XI edition, so it is all-wheel drive. Well, currently not all-wheel drive because my transfer case motor is currently crap to bed. It is currently rear-wheel drive. Let me bring you guys through this car and tell you what's done with it. Most of this stuff was done by the previous owner. I have a big front mount intercooler. I have upgraded turbos, still with the twins, tile blow-off valve. It is lowered right now on lowering springs. When we do the big project, there is going to be some coilovers going on this thing. I want to go BCs. It has 19-inch, the M Sport type wheels. I forget the name of them off the top of my head. It does have halos with the black housings, black kidney grills. It has the Aero front lip instead of the M3 lip. I like this one. It did have an M3 bumper when I first got it, but I like this lip a whole lot better. It has the roof rack on it. If you know, then you know. The real reason why I wanted this car so much when I was little is because probably a lot of you guys, I watched Adam LZ. Thanks, Adam, if you somehow scroll across this video, in love with this car ever since I was little. I had the opportunity. It was my dream car, and I finally got it. I didn't want the white with the red interior. It came with the black. It's in really, really good shape. You guys saw before, I have a whole new red interior to go in this thing. It has a set of aftermarket taillights on it. Not sure if I like these very much. They look good at night, but I don't really like the look of them during the day, the smoke look. It has a M Sport rear bumper. It just has the regular side skirts on it. I think these actually may be the M Sport side skirts. Interior, he has all this forged carbon fiber trim on it. Nothing really crazy in here. Shift knob. It needs a new steering wheel. It does have the iDrive system, so if you're gonna buy a car this old, you might as well buy one with the iDrive system, just because you have the opportunity to switch it out and stuff. There's other things you can switch out for the regular paneling on it, but I like the iDrive system. I'm gonna get one of the Apple CarPlay ones to set in there at some point, just to make it a little bit better. Oh, also have the black spoiler, just regular black. The past owner had it on here. I had the opportunity to buy this car. I got this car for a really good deal. It has 160,000 miles on it, but with everything that was already done, it was kind of a no-brainer. I'll say I got it for sub $5 grand, so you can let your mind run wild. You can kind of imagine how much I got it for. And this does have the infamous N54 in it, as most of you guys know. There she is. No engine cover right now. It's pretty clean under here, all things considered. It does have our aftermarket intakes. It has all Index 12 injectors in here. I've gone through this in pretty well. There's my tile blow-off valve. So now what most of you are here wondering, what have I had for problems with this car? Well, to be honest with you, really not that much. With such a high mile car, I thought I was going to be kind of opening a can of worms I do have some things I have to do to this car right now, but I'm gonna do it when I do the build for this car. I also do have an oil catch can. I forgot to mention that, just because the PCV valve in these things is a little odd. This one does smoke right now on decel, so when I do the build, I have to get a new PCV system or do something so I can vent it out. Other than that, I had to get new O2 sensors. I live in New York, so they're a little all over the place, a little annoying, I should say, with the emission stuff. So I actually have to take the O2 sensors out of this thing again right now, and I need to clean them off and then put it back in. Hopefully it clears. I am MHD tuned on this thing, stage 2+. So it is making a little bit of power. I'm not pushing it right now because I don't want any more problems before I do the big build on this thing. But it is, it's definitely fast. It makes really cool noises. And that's really what I want. I didn't want this car to be a big, huge horsepower car. I wanted something that looked cool, was semi-reliable. This was obviously my dream car, so I wanted this car to begin with. All things considered, you see all these people online like, oh, you can't buy it, it's super unreliable, you can't buy it, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've had this thing for a little over a year now, and I haven't had anything major with it. When I was looking at these cars, I was drowning my brain with these videos like, oh, these things are terrible, you can't buy these things. And you know, it kind of gets your hopes down a little bit because you're like, oh, these cars, I mean, look at this thing. It looks so good. It looks so good. If I would say, I have learned a lot about cars while working on this thing. And obviously it's a BMW, so it's it definitely has its quirks. So it's a little bit difficult to work on, but you know, if you're just starting out, you want a car like this, you can pick them up now for really cheap. I think you can't go wrong with them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, these N54s, they sound so good. They're twin turbo, they make good power. You can make these cars look really, there's a lot of aftermarket stuff. You just have to kind of deal with the gremlin, and every car is gonna be different. Every car is gonna be different. But you just kind of deal with the gremlins when they happen. Also, when I got this car, I put all new spark plugs in it, all new coil packs, because the other ones, it was misfiring when I first got it. Hence the reason I got it for a pretty good deal. And then I went through, he had all the I think it's MMP or something like that. That's the turbos that are on it. My rear turbo right now is leaking, so that can kind of give you a hint what we're doing to this car, because it smokes when it gets up to temperature like a chimney. Before it gets up to temp, it's awesome. It still runs great, it's still fine. It does leak, it does burn oil, so I gotta put oil in it every once in a while. It's been all right so far. When we do the build in this thing, I'm definitely gonna go through the whole engine bay. I have to do a walnut cleaning or a walnut blast, if you guys know about that. This is a direct injected car, so there is a lot of carbon that gets built up in the intake ports. You have to go through either in walnut blasted, they use walnuts because it's not as abrasive as if you're gonna sand blast it. You can also take like a wire brush or anything, and you can do the same thing. But I have to do that when we do this to get it ready for what we are going to do. Other than that, there's nothing else I can really think of that's done to this car. I mean, it's not stock by any means, but it is, it's definitely not crazy built. Obviously, future build plans for this car, I wanted to make this video, like I said, before we do that, because I wanted you guys to kind of get the idea of how I felt about this car in its stock stage, instead of me building it and be like, oh, I have this big car that's built making all this horsepower. I wanted you guys to feel and see how it was in the stock stage, so I can give you my review on it, so you guys know what to expect. I am not gonna stay with these wheels. I do like them. I think they look good for the time being, but I have my build plans for this, and I don't want to keep these wheels. The car is currently, it has downpipes. I forget what brand they are. I think they're VRSF downpipes, so it is catless. And it has a resonator delete, I believe. I think I still have the rear mufflers. It's decently loud. It's not crazy loud. It sounds pretty good. So let me get in. Let me start this thing for you guys so you guys can hear it. While this thing warms up, and I hope you guys can hear me, I forget how loud this car is sometimes, because inside the car you can't hear any of the engine noise. You can hear the blow-off valve, you can hear it a little bit, but from the outside it is a completely different car, completely different. And on cold start there, man, this thing sounds good, really good. Some other things while I'm back here that we're gonna have to address is my rear bumper is absolutely smoked right now. The past owner, I don't know what he did. He said he ran it or backed into like a post or something and it crunched it. So so I gotta get that repainted. This side skirt right here, side skirt needs the same thing, so don't look too close. And then my front bumper also needs to be repainted in some spots. I noticed this the other day. One of my headlights, I think the LEDs are going out in it, so it's blue, as you can see here. So that's really annoying. I'm gonna have to fix that here soon. Probably with some different. I like the M3 style with the halos in it. Those look really good. That she's been a pretty good car. The interior in it, I'll show you guys the interior. Like you saw before, the interior is super clean. I have some stuff in here because I gotta go to work here soon. The thermostat code comes and goes. It was on the other day. It turned off for a couple days, and it's back on again. I actually just got this thing out of storage a couple days ago, so I have only put 60 miles on it since I've had it out with the codes to reset. So I'm gonna have to put some more miles on it so it will clear the code so I can go and get it inspected up here in New York. Other than that, it is the interior is pretty much perfect. The only thing I would want to do in here is, like I said before, get that iDrive system and then get a new shift knob and then fix up some of the trim. Like the trim here around the steering wheel would want to be fixed. I'd want a new steering wheel. The top of this is kind of cooked. And then I do already have the new door cards and stuff to go on this. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind this forged carbon fiber stuff. It just kind of blackens out the entire interior. It looks kind of good. But shift knob needs to be addressed because, as you can see here, the leather's kind of peeled off of it. I probably would get a new shift boot. Also, another thing I just thought about while this car was warming up is on my turbos, my wastegates. If you guys don't know, wastegates on these cars are another big problem with the turbos. My wastegates are rattling. It's like two maracas up there. So in the revs, you may hear some of that. I hear it sometimes on decel. I have it tuned in my MHD right now, not to make crazy booster now, just because I don't want those to get any worse and I don't want them to rattle super hard. But now this thing is pretty much warmed up. It's been sitting here for a little while, so let me give you boys some revs. As you can see, sounds pretty good. A little bit of smoke, as you can see. Like I said, turbo seals are leaking. So we are going to take this thing now. I have to go to work here in a little bit, but we are going to take this thing. I got to go get gas. Oh, another thing I just remembered, what's up with this thing, is it does have a upgraded clutch as well. I forget what stage it is. I will go through my list and I will put it on the screen right now. So now that we're in the car, I can talk a little bit on how this thing drives. So with the twins, as you guys know, or as if you don't know, it's really torquey down low right now. This is also the 6-speed manual. If you're gonna get one of these cars, I feel like you have to get it in a manual. It just changes the driving experience for sure. It is pretty quick. I'll get some clips of it later. We also have some rollers we did a little while ago. I'll throw those in here because they came out really good. This car is tuned on 93 right now. Right now, the gas prices, if you guys know, sucks. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do for the health of the car, you feel me? With the ride quality of this thing, it handles really well in the corners. This is also the all-wheel drive version, so that's also good, helps a little bit. This is gonna be crazy right now. 94, which is what we have at this station, is currently $4.40 a gallon. Makes me sick to my stomach. All right, $75 later, we are all set and ready to go. Unfortunately, because we gotta let it get up to temp behind me right now, I'm currently smoking up my entire town, killing every mosquito in the way. You can kind of see it. Oh, you can kind of see it. So that's why the big build here is coming soon, because I am sick of this car smoking so much from the turbo seal being blown out. I'll give you guys a little baby pull here. We'll start in third. I didn't really get out of there because I don't want this car to do anything stupid. That was about quarter throttle. I hope you guys could hear all the turbo and blow-off sounds off it, because it does sound really good. Everyone who either gets in this car or hears this car on the road, they're pretty impressed. And the best part about it is that's not even close to, one, as much horsepower this can make, and two, how cool they can sound. If you guys are looking to get this car, I'm sure you've seen how they sound with a single turbo kit. I'll put a clip in here. they sound really good. Really, really good. That may be in the build plans in the future. Who knows? Anything is possible. You guys are gonna have to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned and see what we got going on. And one thing that I forgot about this car is when I started playing music in it, it is like night and day. There's so many speakers in here and they all sound really good. The bass is great. So if you're looking at one of these cars, if you can get the upgraded sound system, I would do that. But just so you know, for reference, the stock one is also really, really nice. Back at the crib. I was gonna get some more driving videos, but it has been raining for 4 days straight in upstate New York, and I don't feel like breaking my camera. So, end thoughts with the Beamer, like I said, bias, dream car. But we have a big build coming up with this. I would say all those people who are out there and are like, hey, all these cars are crap, I veto it. All right, I think these cars are nice if you keep up with them. I think they're great. When you go and watch these videos, like, oh, these are gonna blow up, they're gonna blow. If you do them right, I think you're fine, to be honest with you. I mean, look at this thing. It's gorgeous. They're getting cheap enough now. You can get these for a great deal, right? And you don't have to do much to them. If you keep them, if you don't go and build the crap out of them, right? You keep them nice, it's gonna last. Because these motors are extremely strong. And thoughts, I think they're good cars. If you're gonna buy one, I would say if you can get it cheap enough, make sure the miles are low. You can try, even though they're high nowadays. Make sure the maintenance is done and make sure it's not halfway blown up. But with mine, big build coming with this very, very soon. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe button down below if you're new. Big stuff coming up with this. I'm really excited for more news. If you guys don't know about this car, this is my 1983 Porsche 944. Big news coming up with this thing really soon. We got more projects in the dart. We're coming up on our summer stuff. We have projects on projects. Me and Nolan are traveling all over God's green earth, it feels like, because we have some really fun stuff in the works and plan that we're going to do this summer that I hope you guys are excited for, because I am pumped. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the next couple weeks videos, because there is a potential for a serious lump sum of content coming up really soon that it could be pretty crazy. Definitely the craziest stuff that the channel's seen by far. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you guys have any questions or anything, make sure to drop a comment down below. I will answer everything that I see down there. I'm really good about answering comments. So if you guys have any questions about this car or about any of the cars, make sure you drop that down below. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are the absolute best. And we'll see you in next week's video. Peace.